Reef DVM's coming at you today with kind of an interesting one. We found this ad. It says banana tree grows anywhere in the United States. Yeah, we thought, oh, how cold hardy could it be? We live in central Minnesota. Current temp outside is -2 below. But in December of 2012, in the middle of winter, we had them send us one. This is what it looked like a week later. Amazing how small that thing was, because in about a month, it became about a foot tall. So again, it came to us about 6 inches. By January of 2013, it had reached about a foot. Now, granted, we knew we could keep this in the house, and we knew it was going to get big. I think the original thing said something like 6 to 8 feet. As you can see, once we get into February, it starts taking off pretty quick. We really didn't know where we were going with this. It was just one of these kind of fun things to try. They said it can grow anywhere, and we figured, well, if it's indoors, it should be able to handle it. But we weren't sure about the lighting requirements. Our daylight out here is probably less than 8 hours in the winter. So we figured we might have to use a grow lamp. So at this point in time, there's no grow lamp. It's just getting winter sun in March of 2013. And it's taking about maybe a gallon of water a day to get to this point. It looks pretty healthy. It's shooting up new branches and doing well. This is just kind of one of those fun things that we decided to try doing. Now, obviously, as it keeps growing and get into April here, this thing reaches close to 5 feet tall. As you can see, it's getting up to the top of the sliding glass door, and we basically had to move this beast because it was too big for its current location, and literally crowding everything out. It's got a spread of about 3 feet at this point. So down into the basement where we've got 10-foot ceilings it went, and in May it started doing really well down there. We did add the plant light at this point in time, because one window, a smaller window, and we just didn't know if it would make it. Started taking about 1.5 gallons of water a day about this point in time. Very big, beautiful plant. I'd highly recommend somebody keep these outside in the southern parts of the country. But up here to see if we could actually get it to do what the ad claimed for 20-some bucks was kind of fun. June of 13, this thing reached over 7 feet tall, had almost a 5-foot spread on it, and it's still growing up. It's a very interesting plant, to say the least. July of 13, we decided to weigh the plant. At this point, the bucket, without being watered, over 100 pounds. We're adding a little bit of fertilizer to it to keep its nutritional health up, and we're adding about 2 gallons of water to it daily to keep it growing. By August, it's got almost a 6-foot spread on it. It's still about the same height. It's still pushing that 8-9 foot, depending upon where the leaves fall down to. And the leaves on the bottom are starting to dry up, indicating it's forming more of a canopy on the top of itself. As you can see, the whole stalk at this point was still green, but it's starting to get some drier color towards the bottom. October comes, we start going into the second winter for this plant. Daylight's going to get short. November comes, it's real short. So is December. Plant maybe not quite doing as well, but it perks real good up in January. We go up to 3 gallons of water a day. We add some fertilizer, and the thing just kind of takes off. Well, now we're into kind of year 2 with this plant. This plant is big, bigger than what we want in this room, so we're not sure how long we'll keep it. But it definitely did what it said. It grew in any climate. Now, granted, it's not outdoors, but in this basement, which runs about 65 degrees and only has sunlight for, in the winter months, maybe 7 to 8 hours, this tree did pretty well for a $26 tree for the kids to learn how a banana tree grows. As you can see, it's done quite well. It's reached the 10-foot ceiling by July of 2014. The bottom of it's gotten hard and stocky like a banana tree should. It's really formed quite the canopy. It's massive. It's got almost a 7-foot spread on it. It's pretty much taken over the whole corner. At this point, my wife and I just laugh as to how this little experiment that she wanted to try is now starting to even shoot an offspring up. So here's a banana tree, several of them now growing in Minnesota. Growing quite well. It's taking in about 3 gallons of water a day. It's pretty much enveloped the whole corner of this room, and I'm sure at some point we'll have to do something with it. Thanks for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video. Enjoy a banana tree in your house if you decide to grow one. Thanks.